My name is Beulah and welcome to Build with Beulah. So today we'll be talking about how to start a fitness journey. I know starting a fitness journey can seem like a daunting task. Like most times it's something people always want to do but don't know how to get started. So today I'll be sharing tips and like ways in which you can start. It doesn't have to be a big deal, just things to help you out and to help you improve and continue in the journey you've decided to embark on. So if this is your first time looking at my videos, welcome to my channel. So let's just get right down to it. I've written like some things down, tips which I'll be giving you guys on starting your fitness journey. So let's get down right to it. Tip number one is start small. When I started, the first thing I did was jogging. And I know it seems like big, but because back then the school was the only thing, we had like a lot of space and that was the only thing I could do. So it doesn't have to be something big. You could go for a walk, you could dance, walk your dog, take your kids for a walk. After I started jogging, next thing I did was dancing. So it doesn't matter if it looks crazy. So far you're getting some form of movement in, something that will count as a physical activity. So start small. You don't have to hit the gym immediately. You don't have to start lifting 500 kilograms of weight immediately. Just in the space of your room, your house, even if you're in front of music, in front of the TV, just play something and maybe walk while you're at it. Listen to your favorite podcast, watch your favorite YouTube video while you're going for a walk, something like that. It doesn't have to be big. It genuinely doesn't have to. If you enjoy dancing, you could go dancing with your friends. You could play songs in your room and dance. So tip number one is to always start small. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 immediately. Give yourself space, okay? So tip number two is to be accountable. Being accountable is just making sure that you don't always make excuses for why things didn't go as planned. Because days you will have really, really bad days. You have days where you don't feel like doing it. Your leg might hurt, work might be horrible that day. Your partner must have pissed you off. Something can happen that will make you feel like I really don't want to do this that day, or hold yourself accountable. One of the things I like to do to hold myself accountable is just to get a piece of paper, write down how many days in a week I want to do like my workout. First thing I usually do is 30 days because I believe building a healthy habit takes about 30 days. So I write down 1 to 30. 7 days, like make it 777 because there are 7 days in a week. So each day that I'm able to show up, get my workout in, I can tick it off. So at the end of the day, I can record. I'm like, in this week, how many times have I shown up? How many times have I gone to my workout? How many times have I gotten some form of exercise in? How many times have I hit my step goals? You don't have to have a fitness tracker to monitor your steps. Just make sure, even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, somewhere in between 15, it just can be as little as that. Just get some movement in and be accountable. Make sure that if you're doing it, you're going to be like, I'm going to show up 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 7 days a week. If you can, obviously that's really shooting it, but if you can, why not? So I aim for 3 to 4 times a week to show up and get my workout in. So that could be you too. Another thing is to track your progress. I cannot overemphasize, tracking your progress. Take pictures, look at your clothes, get a measuring tape. At this point, forget the scale. The scale is not your friend, forget it. If you're trying to lose weight, forget the scale, keep it to the side. Take pictures of yourself. This is the time to love on yourself so you can see different changes, how little it might be. Maybe you lost 1 inch of your waist. That's a very big thing, it's a very big deal. Maybe you are able to like walk from 10 minutes to 15 minutes now. That's a very big progress. So track is those little progress that can make you feel like you're doing something worthwhile. Okay, if you have a measuring tape or you've dropped your dress size, just track it. Okay, keep yourself accountable of it. You can write it down. When I show up in the gym, I see a lot of people with piece of paper. You don't even have to bring paper. You can maybe open like your phone diary or something, write something down to know this is where I started from and this is my goal, this is where I am now. Even if it's something very little, celebrate that progress. It's something. It's better than you are before. And always remember, you're not competing with other people, you're competing with yourself. And the goal is to be better than you were yesterday. Okay? So, and tip number 4 is consistency. Show up and be consistent. If showing up once a week is something you can do, Start it and continue with it. Why not? Okay? If you're going to show up twice a week and you're able to stick to that schedule twice a week, why not? If you're going to dance 10 minutes a day for 5 days and you can stick to it amidst your, because we all have really difficult lives and, well, different schedules. Okay, if that is what you can do, that will get you started. Why not? Be consistent in what you've started and hold yourself accountable. Like I've said before, I'm going to show up no matter what happens, 5 days a week, 3 days a week, every single week. All right, guys, and we're not giving up halfway. We're not quitting. We're not letting life get in our way, because life is going to be life getting in our way. Things that we don't expect, things that we don't plan for can always happen, but that shouldn't get in your way. If you've decided to start it and stick to it. All right, guys, I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know, been there, done that before. I know it's way easier to say than actually do it, but that's why you need something physical: a pen, a tracker, a reminder, an alarm, something that will remind you every time it's time to get up and walk. It's time to maybe dance. And believe me, I'm telling you, your first week is going to hurt. Your muscles are going to hurt. Your leg is going to hurt. Everywhere is going to hurt. But that endorphin high when you get it done, that feeling that you've actually achieved something, nothing, very few things in life, trust me, tops that feeling. Okay, and that's a way to get your day into shape, telling yourself, I've done this, check it, get it off the way. I'm actually winning at the day. That's how I go about it. All right, guys. So next plan is don't be discouraged. I know it's difficult to say, but we can often get discouraged when we start something. Maybe your goal is to lose weight, right? And you're not seeing the scale budging. You're like, why am I putting all this effort and nothing is showing up? Don't get discouraged, okay? Everything in this life takes time. Time is the one thing we all have and no one can take from us, okay? We are the one in control of our time. So it's going to take time. You've been consistent for a week, for a month, the scale is not budging. Give it time, okay? Then go back to the drawing board. I've been doing this. Have I eaten more? What have I done differently that I wouldn't have done? Okay? That's why it's important to track your progress. All right? So that's it. Give it time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen once you snap your finger. No, it's going to take a lot of time. And also think about the fact that it took you years of your life to get to where you are now. So why would change happen just like that? Okay, change also takes time, because you've been building these things that you want to change about yourself. You've wanted to do for over years and you haven't done it, and you want to start now. It's going to also take time for you to build that consistency, build up to reaching that goal that you've always wanted to do. All right. So next thing is, the aim is not perfection. The aim is consistency. I cannot overemphasize this, guys. I just genuinely can't. Most people are like, I'm having a bad day today. I said I was going to do 10 minutes of walking. I ended up doing 5. You did 5. The aim is consistency. What matters is showing up. I was supposed to dance. I was supposed to take my dogs out. I was supposed to walk from here maybe 3 or 5 kilometers, and I could only do 1. Maybe something happened that day that you couldn't really get it. Maybe the weather was even bad. Something as simple as that is genuinely out of our control can also affect our journey. But the aim is be consistent. Show up. Okay? Show up, get it done to the best of your ability. All right? And at the end of the day, give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back, okay? It wasn't easy. I know, starting from somewhere and going towards something is genuinely not easy. Trust me, I understand that, okay? So these are my 5, was it 5? 7 major tips to get your journey started, okay? And give yourself grace, all right? Give yourself a bit of time. It's not going to happen overnight. Give yourself some grace, okay? Be a bit more forgiving to yourself, all right? If you decide to start making changes, that's what matters. If you decide to change, that's the first step. There's no wrong way to start. You don't really have to do, there's no particular thing that you have to do that's going to make you stand out or make it faster. No matter what everybody says, you do this, do that, it's going to drop in 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Life really doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. So just follow these few tips. Like I said, I'm going to read it out so we can follow it together to start small, okay? It doesn't have to be something big. start really small. It's okay. And be accountable. You can get an accountability partner, a friend of yours that could call you. Have you started? Have you done what you're going to do today? When I started, my roommate was my accountability partner. Okay. She's like, have you gotten your workout in? You said we were going to do this dance. Why haven't you done it? I said with dance workout at a point too. So get an accountability partner if you have to, and be accountable and track your progress. That is very, very, very important. And the progress is, you don't have to track it every day because you will see changes every day. I will recommend every week. All right. Every week. What is different this week? How many inches have you lost of your waist? How does your clothes fit from this week to this week? All right. At a point, self, if you've been consistent enough, you will see changes in a week. You'll be aiming for months or even months after that. So, but that's just it. Track your progress, okay? And the main aim is to show up. Remember, show up is not going to be perfect. It's not going to always be how you want it to be, but show up and get it done. Okay? And don't get discouraged. Things are going to stand in your way. I'm sorry to be the bearer of this bad news, but things will always come. Circumstances will always show up. Things we don't plan can always happen to us, but don't be discouraged. All right? The first time I started, I literally sprained my knees and my hip. I couldn't move. It hurt to move. All right. But I told myself that I'm going to give myself time to heal, then get back to it. And I did. All right. So don't get discouraged and give yourself time. That's tip number 6. Give it time. It took you how many years of your human existence to get to where you are now? Things are not going to change all of a sudden. So give it time. Give yourself time. Okay. And my last tip is perfection is the aim. Is not the aim. Sorry. Perfection is not the aim, but consistency is. Our aim is to be consistent. All right. However, number of minutes you can do in a day, how many days in a week you can show up, that you know within yourself, through your schedule, your life, your plans, that you can do and be consistent with it. Stick to that. All right, guys. Thank you. These are all my tips for you today. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. All right. Thank you so much. Do have a nice